Grid positions for Junior Rotax, the 13 to 16s. Curtis Roberts on pole, Kurt Holmes on P2. Tom Fawcett for HRS starts off on P3. Liam Fennick, always a contender here, on P4. Then comes Richard Ward on 5. Last month's winner was Matthew Hartley, starts P6 this time. Then comes Craig Carroll, Alex France on 8, Johnny Buchanan 9, Kim Longley for Focal Point on 10. Then Jason Taylor for Solway Slate & Tile on 11. Matthew Hall for KJ Ford of North Wales on 12. Jake Green is on 13. John Byrne 14. Michael Janney comes next, followed by Ben Arnold. And then Ryan Todd. Danny Murphy goes off 18. Andrew Lawrence for Venhill Magura off 19. Ross Wiley goes off 20. And John Stewart third in the championship. Tom Wrigley second in the championship. And the championship leader is Joe McKean. Junior Rotax for 13 to 16, sponsored by Zip North and Head to Head Motorsport. We're off and running. Wrigley's made a good move down the outside. Oh, there's contact in front of him. No, he's had to go round it. That's Arnold and Kart 24, Craig Carroll involved. And unfortunately for Tom Wrigley, as we see the picture of the championship leader who we've just seen interviewed, unfortunately for Wrigley, he's had to go round the outside of the two karts colliding, and that has slowed him down considerably. Fennick leads from Hartley, then Fawcett. Kart 30 is Kurt Holmes, he's in fourth place. Championship leader with plenty of work to do, still stuck back there down the back of the field. That's Joe McKean's. John Stewart just in front. It's Hartley out front. Last month's winner has come through from P6 to grab second. That's Matthew Hartley. And then Fawcett, Tom Fawcett there in third place for the HRS team. Fawcett looking up the inside at the hairpin and makes the move. Sam?
Alan, I'm here with Roy Anderson, who's actually racing in Minimax today, but you're actually standing and watching Junior Max. Who is it that you're supporting?
Tom Fawcett.
Why is that?
Because I used to race with him in Minimax, but he's gone up into Junior, and he's just one of my good pals, and I hope he does well in this championship. He's doing Super 1 at the moment, but it's that series finished now, so he's doing this series.
Are you hoping to move up to Junior Max next year?
If we can reach the weight, but I don't think we're not going to reach the weight, so I think we'll stay in Minimax next year.
Back with the race, Kim Longley stuck on the outside, Stewart and McKean down the inside, Lawrence going with them and Wrigley trying to go with them as well. Tom Wrigley's got right back into the action here. He was off through turn 1, straight over the bank, so he will have lost a good 30 to 40 metres, but he's got that all back and then some. Stewart up the inside of Byrne, McKean goes with him. Back with the leaders through Luna. Still Fennick out front. Hartley now is back into second. Fawcett deposed back to third. Still Holmes there in fourth place. Kart 29 there. Tom Fawcett on the CRG chassis, racing for the HRS team, who unfortunately and tragically lost two of their team members recently. Brian Hornby, the mechanic, well known within the team, Brian, and Alan Wones, the father of Nicholas, who races and is well known for racing within the Junior Rotax category, this category we're watching now. I'm pleased to say that Nicholas is here this weekend and will be racing in the club championship race tomorrow, so everybody's best wishes will be with him for that race, and our thoughts and best wishes are with the families at this very difficult time for them. The kart streamed through Luna one more time. Jason Taylor there on the 16 kart, being followed by Kim Longley. Talking of whom?
Alan, I'm sitting here with Paul Longley, Kim's little brother. Do you enjoy coming to watch her?
Yeah, I come to support her because she's my sister and she does a lot for me, so if my brother's beating me, he bullies me a lot, so she just does a lot for me, so I do something for her and it's supporting her.
Titch Longley there talking about his older brother Ryan, who we've just seen in the Minimax race. Nice to know you've got an older sister you can turn to when your older brother's beating you up. That's Joe McKean on kart 1, championship leader. That's Fennick clear now of Hartley and Fawcett. Then comes Holmes, then Murphy. 23 is Alex France. Up the inside of 23 is Curtis Roberts. Oh, and Roberts has taken France off and right in front of the clerk of the course. I can't think of a worse place to do that. That's 23 Alex France and 33 Curtis Roberts caught out in that incident there, so they have dropped right the way back down the field. And Roberts the one doing the overtaking, and he will be deemed the one responsible as we get a look at the kart. One kart of Joe McKean. Watch his exhaust. There is a bolt loose in that exhaust. You can see it is bumping up and down, and he had better hope as the championship leader that he does not get a mechanical flag for that. If it gets any worse, he will do. At the moment, it looks like the bolt that holds the exhaust in place. You can see it rattling up and down there at the back of the car behind the seat. The bolts obviously come out, and the exhaust is flapping around as he goes up the inside of Johnny Buchanan for a place. Stewart goes with him as well. That's 6, Danny Murphy. Murphy's having a good run here, putting himself right back into contention for the championship. And what a good move he made, moving from Mini Max to Junior Rotax. I think I did say that once, didn't I? Ben, you've got some news?
Yes, Alan, I do have news. Forget number 13. Number 2 is the new unlucky number. Today, Joe Bullen, of course, retired in the Minimax race, and now Tom, the Wrigley, has retired in this Junior Rotax race and is standing on the inside now of Luna, looking rather dejected.
Miserable luck for the Wriggler, Tom Wrigley, and it's to the advantage of that man, Joe McKean, because his closest contender in the championship will not, well, looks like he won't be finishing this race. So he will score some points, Tom Wrigley, but nowhere near as many as he would like to, as Joe McKean puts in the fastest lap of the race. So McKean, the championship leader, on the bubble now, and he's moving in behind the 2 karts in front here. Kart 4 of Ross Wiley and kart 30, Kurt Holmes. That is the Wriggler, Tom Wrigley, on the Haas chassis. He was a guest of the Haas factory recently out at Brescia in Italy, coming into round 4 last month. Haas chassis led both the Minimax and Junior Rotax categories. James Theodore, of course, on the Haas chassis in Minimax, and now leading that championship comfortably by 21 points. But the Wriggler, who led the Junior Rotax category coming into last month's round, as we see Fawcett up the inside for the lead spot, deposing Fenwick back one. Wrigley led the Junior Rotax category as Fenwick fights back, and Hartley goes with him, force it back to third. The Wriggler led this category, if I can just get out what I was trying to say, coming into last month, but a bit of a disaster last month, going out through turn 1, got involved in a big impact there, and it looks like he's got terminal problems this month as well. Hartley looks up the inside of Fenwick. Kim Longley has been involved in some contact on the outside of turn 1. There she is, getting the kart going again, but she's about to come under pressure from the leaders as Hartley looks up the inside of Fenwick. They go side by side out of Dunlop, but Fenwick holds on through paddock. This is the business end of the race, penultimate lap, so you don't want to be giving up track position now. You need to be leading going into the last lap. We've got a back marker in front, that's Kim Longley, as they come through Luna for the penultimate time. They go across the line now, they get the last lap board. Fenwick defends vigorously as we get a quick look at Ward, Byrne and Taylor coming through Luna. Ben?
Oh dear, the blue flag's not quite out in time for the arrival of the front 3 onto the back of Kim Longley's bumper, and unfortunately Kim Longley getting in the way of number 29, that's Tom Fawcett, chopping off his nose. And in fact, as I speak, Tom Fawcett and number 25, Matthew Hartley, going off in a huge cloud of dust right in front of me, and that's thrown it wide open now.
It certainly has, and it means that Danny Murphy's through to second, Ross Wiley to third, but the winner is Fenwick. He's comfortably clear in the end, but the 3 seconds or so he won by belies the true story. Here's that replay, the Pi Research replay. Hartley up the inside. He's the one doing the overtaking. Runs into Fawcett on the outside. And the person doing the overtaking in those circumstances, particularly as the man in the white shirt right there, who is the clerk of the course, the driver doing the overtaking in those circumstances will always be found responsible, and indeed Matt Hartley has been placed behind Tom Fawcett in the final result. Fenwick takes the win from Murphy and Wiley. McKean will be happy with his result. That will consolidate his championship lead. 40.493, the fastest lap of the race. Stewart there in 5th. Kurt Holmes a good drive for 6th. Then comes Buchanan, the aforementioned Fawcett and Hartley, and Jake Green.
The top 3 in Junior Rotax, Ross Wiley in 3rd, Daniel Murphy in 2nd, and our winner Liam Fenwick.
Liam, you had a comfortable lead at the start, then Matthew Hartley and Tom Fawcett started breathing down your neck. Were you worried?
Yeah, I was worried. I thought they were going to have me at one point, but they managed to strip each other over the last lap.
And in fact, you finished 3 seconds ahead of Daniel Murphy in the end because the other two took themselves off. I guess you didn't see much of that.
No, just got my head down and focused where I was going.
Championship points for Junior Rotax. Joe McKean did have a 3-point lead coming into the round, but as a result of Tom Wrigley going out and other forces, he now leads by 10 over Ross Wiley, who has 1 point over John Stewart. 8 points then back to Wrigley, who's 19 off the lead. Danny Murphy, 25 points off the lead, can still win this championship. And don't forget, he missed the first round doing Mini-Max. John Byrne into the top 6.
If you're interested in starting karting, after the break, Alan will be speaking to Nick Abbott from Head to Head Motorsport to tell you how you can get that all-important race licence. See you after the break.